What's going on, people? It's Mr. Dore back again with another podcast. I hope everyone's fit and well and have a good day. And yes, we've got a really, really easy game this weekend. Easy 3 points. I think might as well do this game, get the show over and done with. 3 points, lightweight work. We've already beaten them already. They're already relegated. There's nothing to talk about, isn't there, people? Quick show. Forest going to win 5-0, I think, and that's it, people. Cheerio and bye-bye. I'm joking, people. I'm joking. How's everyone, people? Like, got a tough game, people, man, against Leicester City. And I thought, I get the man himself. I was on his show yesterday, and on my show. It's on my show. So I'm going to try and troll, rattle the man himself. The man himself. Jack. How are you, Jack, my friend?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. It's been an awful season that I obviously want to get it over and done with. But yeah, I'm good. I've not had the stress of thinking about Leicester till obviously Sunday. But yeah, I'm okay.
As well, people, we're on Jack's channel as well. So any Leicester fans want to get in the comments as well, please get involved. And if Forest fans, if you want to rattle Jack, please get involved as well. People, get your score predictions for Sunday's game as well. I've done a poll as well. If you can't see it, if any Leicester fans are like a usual thing, who's going to win? Forest, draw, Leicester, or you don't know, please get involved. And like some people, get involved and support Jack. Like I said, he's like me. He follows Leicester everywhere. So if you can, go and follow Jack, hit the subscribe button, and get, if you want to see some content and see some tears from him, please subscribe to him, because I can't wait to see Jack cry. I'm looking forward to Jack cry. That's all it matters. Because if people follow Jack on TikTok, 2 years ago when he beat us 4-0, he absolutely battered me, absolutely killed me, didn't he, Jack?
I'm not even sorry about it. That's the thing, you know. You got what you came for, you know. You yourself were like, oh, we're gonna come to the King Power, we're gonna tear you up on your own turf, and I'm just like, yeah. When I was just like, yeah, after that FA Cup sort of scenario, and well, which you got your payback on, and you know it goes on, and yeah, we got that sort of scenario where obviously we beat you in the 22-23 season. Yeah. Obviously Steve Cooper in the camp at that point.
We'll talk about him. We'll talk about him, Jack. Don't worry about that, Jack. We'll talk about him.
Yeah, I think he deserved it, to be fair.
Yeah, so I said, people, like I said, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, make sure everyone does subscribe to myself and Jack as well. Let's start, Jack, man, because as you know, we'll start with the game at your place when we beat you 3-1 when Steve Cooper was in charge. How did you feel?
Jesus. Well, I mean, going into that game, I think we'd just beat Southampton and Bournemouth before. Steve Cooper winning the fans round would have been winning that game. You get what I mean? I think if he'd have won that game, it'd have got him in the line of the fans quite well, to be honest. But it didn't go as planned, did it? Ryan Yates scored an absolute belter from defensive errors from Leicester, which has been a thing all season. Jamie Vardy, you know, made your defence look shit for a moment. Let's be honest. You know, you lot were bigging him up, weren't you, Dore, about
Ryan Yates?
You was.
No, what about I love Yates.
Defense. You said, "Oh, we've got the best defence in the league. We're never going to concede to Leicester." And I said, "Yeah, there's one man to do it." Jamie Vardy did. And the second half, we crumbled. And the cookie should never crumble, but it does when you take that bite, you know. And yeah, Chris Wood always scores against Leicester, and then 2 defensive mistakes. And we got punished, and we got battered second half, and yeah, probably a real nightmare I'd want to forget, to be honest. But you've brought it up, and we're going to have to talk about it.
Yeah, people, if you do want to see my vlog and Jack's vlog, go and watch it. It's in the description. if you want to put your vlog in the link, please do, so people can watch it. Because as you remember, Jack destroyed me when we were 4-0, and I got my revenge back. perfectly. So hopefully, Forest, because I do remember when we beat you 2-0 at the City Ground 2 years ago, and I did get you back there, but beat you 3-1 at your place is much more nicer. Perfect. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, man, because I said on the show yesterday, and I don't care what anyone says. Leicester fans might say something different, but I'm always going to love Steve Cooper for what he did for the club. He gave us a pedestal of where we are. He got us up. He kept us up first season. So Forest fans, again, Leicester fans, debate. And I'll start with you, Jack. Where do you think where it went wrong?
I think, to be fair, it were a panic appointment from the start. He wasn't the first choice. We're leaving out all our hands up and say he wasn't the first choice. We wanted a Graham Potter, which we set our eyes on. We put all eggs into one basket, thinking, yeah, this is the only appointment and the one we only want. And it turned out to not be that. We declined to pay the compensation fee to West Brom for Carlos Corberán, who would have been second choice at the time. But then Steve Cooper obviously presented his presentation and that to the Leicester hierarchy and obviously got the job. Didn't go too well with the fan base, though, let's be honest. He because of his Forest connections and that. But the thing is, Steve Cooper, it was a job at Forest. He did what he did at Forest, and he didn't support Forest or anything like that. He was just a normal bloke who went to do a job, and he did. Came to Leicester, wasn't really fancied. You look at his Premier League record itself, and you think, yeah, this isn't really an ideal appointment, is it? You kind of want someone a bit more preserved who knows the Premier League for a good few years more than what Steve Cooper did. But then the only thing that attracted Steve Cooper was that he made Forest survive in the Premier League. He had that sort of relegation escape, with Forest after they went up from the playoffs, which Steve Cooper did a fantastic job at Forest. Leicester, the transfer window, I think, just spoke for itself, Dore, to be honest. Bringing Jordan Ayew in, spending 20 million on Oliver Skipp. Then we brought Deco Dover-Reed. I'd say the best signings that he really brought in, Steve Cooper, was Facundo Buonanotte from Brighton and El Canous. So, yeah, it was a bit of a tetchy window for Steve. Obviously, he spent £80 million in that summer transfer window. Obviously,
80? He spent 80 million?
He spent £80 million in that summer transfer window. Obviously, 20 million of it went on Oliver Skipp, which you won't believe he'd spend it, but he did.
Right. You know what? Let me defend him. Let me defend him, Jack, because you're not going to get, like, when Forest got promoted the first season in the Premier League, we're not going to get, because we spent like players like, I don't know, around 17, 18, 19, 20 million. And with Skipp, come from Tottenham, a big club,
you said it.
Loosely. If the Spurs want to moan, let them moan. I don't care. Well, I've had so many Spurs fans moan. That's what you're going to get. You're not going to get Skipp for 10 million or 15 million. So that's going rate. So I understand. I understand you get Skipp for 20 million. But at the same time, that's what his Premier League experience as well. So I don't see the argument on it. So Leicester fans, what do you think? Like, and Forest fans, do you understand what I'm coming from? Because we brought players like, I thought, who's he? We brought John Joe Surrey for, I don't know, how much did we buy him for? I think it was 15 million. But he had Premier League experience and it didn't go well. So with Skipp, I'm iffy about it. But listen, you're a Leicester fan and you're going to be cheesed off with it. So I get it.
Yeah, you've spent a lot of money on not great players.
Who else did you buy then? Did you buy them? We
brought, obviously, Ayew in, who I think Steve Cooper, if he could sign the whole Ayew family, he would. Let's be honest. He had Andre Ayew at Forest, and then he brought Jordan Ayew in. It just felt, Dore, that, to be honest, he'd gone for experience rather than quality. Do you get what I mean? You need real quality when you step up from the Championship. He never sort of thought it through, if I look at it. And he started off the season well, getting that draw against Tottenham, and you think, you know what, something might actually click here, but it sort of went quite quickly, didn't it? When we lost to Fulham and teams like that, and I think 12 games, he obviously beat. What did he get in his first 12 games? 10 points. He got 10 points.
What, Cooper?
Yeah, Cooper did, yeah. He got the win against Bournemouth at home in a 1-0 win. Then we got the back-to-back win at St Mary's against Southampton. And his Premier League record is horrendous, let's be honest. I think he's managed a lot of games and barely won any. Do you get what I mean? He's the nicest bloke. I've met him on many of occasions, Steve Cooper, and I went to the Q&A when he did that. He speaks very well. But the thing is, what I find with Steve is he'll say a lot of the right things. Do you get what I mean? And
Yeah.
I would have had it at Forest, but I kind of find that he'll make you look like prime Barcelona the way he talks about it in his press conferences and that. And when you actually go and watch his football, it's like, it's more like Audi football or something like that. And he's made it look like Harrods football. And I'm just like, yeah, Steve, this ain't what you said, mate. How is this going to work? And it's just like, yeah, I'll take all the brunt of it when it doesn't work, which is fair enough. Managers shouldn't they? You know, when things don't go well, he takes the brunt of it. And he did it at Forest. He'd hold his hands up and say, I got it wrong. But yeah, you know what? He's a really nice bloke. He's not a Premier League manager, I'll be honest with you. But the thing is, it just didn't work out. There was no philosophy, no identity. It was just low block football for what it was. And he'd hold out at a 0-0 for 75 minutes and just hope he can nick a goal somewhere in the game. And obviously that wasn't the case at Leicester. He got a couple of wins, but it just wasn't enough. But if we kept him now, could we have got more points in hindsight? Probably. Who knows? It's just a hearsay thing, isn't it? You know,
it's like, and that's the thing, right, Jack? Because, like I said, we know before there's loads of people in the comments. Where's that Alan? Where's Alan Dore? I thought we were mates.
Go on, Alan.
I thought we were mates, Alan. That's why I'm gonna say it live. I am disowning you, Alan. I'm deleting your number from my phone, blocking you for everything. I'm taking Freddie with me. Absolutely disgrace, Alan. We need words.
Alan, you can always put on that Leicester shirt, mate. Feel free.
No, man. Listen to me. I said to Alan, when we both go Europe, we're FaceTiming each other, wherever we'll be. So, Alan, you better re-edit that comment and put Forest win. So, but yeah. Right, people, please do like and subscribe if you're new. I'm going to go through the comments. The comments are flying in. And make sure everyone hits the like button and subscribe to both channels as well. Leicester City fan Foxes 1-0. Oh, no, that's not happening. That's not happening. Kel says 3-2 to Forest. Chels, how you, my friend? I'll see you Monday for the previous show as well. Evening, lads. Up the Foxes. Bloody hell. There's some Foxes on the channel as well.
Yeah, I'll put you across, I'm telling you.
You can Leicester City fans. You can't rattle me. There's no chance in hell. No chance. Pete says, how you doing? Pete, I hope you are, my friend. Can Forest sign Vardy? Absolutely no.
Let's be honest with you, right? Would you take him? I mean, for what he's done in the Premier League, he's one of the biggest shithouses ever in football.
We've got Ryan Yates. We've got Ryan Yates. He's at his house.
Would you take Jamie Vardy at Forest on a free? Obviously, you're not going to spend any money on him. But I think whoever signs him, if you can get the right players around him next season at a Premier League club, I'm not saying he's going to go to a Man City or anywhere like that, but if he signed it for a club and gets the right players around him who can feed him the ball like you lot have with Chris Wood this season, I think he'd score goals and I think you'd enjoy having him.
People in the comments, would you take Vardy, yes or no?
He's got more goals than Chris Wood, mate. Let's be honest.
This season?
Well, maybe not this season.
No. This season.
If you had I'll tell you what, though. If you had the right players around him this season, a better squad than what he's had done this season, I think he'd have scored more goals. Because we've been so shit, mate, and we're too defensive and they can't defend and whatever not, he's not had the service in that.
Alan says, Ben, Freddie's the one. Let's stop lying. Don't put Freddie into that. Absolutely.
Blaming others now, Alan.
No, absolutely disgrace. No need. It was you, Alan. Absolutely you. Let's go for the go ahead. Thomas, we all hate. Yes, we do hate.
All agree, mate. Yeah.
Yes, we hate Derby. That's all
we'll see them next season. We'll beat them for you, mate.
Yes. Davey, absolute legend. I hope you're well, my friend. Forest 4-0 win. Scott says 2-3 to Fox in the last minute win. I don't know. Remember last time when you beat us 3-2, and who was it? What's his name? Ex-Forest players. What he played Forest as well.
Did he knock up?
Absolutely bellend, man. Play for.
Do you know what, Dore? That day
That hurt my feelings. You know, that hurt me.
Lovely sunshine, right? Bolton wanted a place in the playoffs. Forest, Leicester, and I think there might have been another team. And I remember the game well. I think did Matty James score in that game or
no? It was who was it?
Let me get the game up. I swear, Andy King.
People comment. Who got the goals, man? Because that hurt my feelings. Because to be fair,
scored in the 96th minute. And
No, because you know what it is. Well, because it was who was it? It was someone who was drawing 2-2, and one of us had to.
Oh, I think it was Bolton.
Yeah, it was Bolton, and one of the two had to score. Because remember, who was it? It was Cox and Elliot Ward.
I remember.
Yeah, got the goals, and we had to win. So that's why I remember it was Danny Collins was the only defender there. But bad memories, and you lot got playoffs. And what happened in playoffs, Jack? Do you remember? Clever one. What happened?
Distant memory, mate. Do you know what? Brentford and Doncaster had the same situation where Doncaster ran up the other end and scored when Brentford missed the penalty. And the week after, Vicarage Road, you couldn't think it had happened again. And Knockout missed a penalty. And at the time, you think it's a penalty. But now you look back at it, it isn't. It's a dive. It is. But, yeah, he misses. He probably should have scored the second opportunity when Almunia saved the first one. And then when Troy Deeney scored.
You know what? Like I said, I've got no problems with Leicester, and everyone knows who I hate. But when I seen that, I was jumping for joy for that because of what you did. What you did to us in the playoffs. But jolly. People like to hit like button, subscribe if you know. Let's talk about Ruud.
Yeah.
Because again, I was on the Leicester channel, and when you hired, I know you didn't hire him yet. When you was linked with him, I said to a few other Leicester fans, yes, he got a few wins against. It was when he was manager. It was 2 wins against Leicester as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, out of 4 games.
Out of 4 games, and I said to him,
"It's not difficult, is it? Let's be honest."
At that time, it wasn't. But
basing it off that to go and hire somebody, you just can't sort of defend yourself on it, can you? To be honest.
So what's your view on it? Like right now, do you think you should have kept Cooper, or like I said, but maybe it's what he would have done? Because personally, like before you say something, like I still feel because you got teams like Man U and Spurs, who are down there, same as West Ham, Wolves. They changed the manager and they made and to be fair, they did very good. Even if he did get you relegated, I still feel he would have got more points than Ruud has because he knows the Premier League more than Ruud. So what's your thoughts on Ruud? And do you think he's the man to take you forward? And people as well, Leicester fans and Forest fans, get involved because I love to get everyone's opinion about it. Because me personally, I just don't think he was the right choice. But like I said, you said about Steve Cooper, he was the last choice on the cards, and getting Ruud on that. So what's your thoughts on it?
Shocking. It sums up his time at Leicester. You know, let's be honest, he's awful. He's one of the worst ever managers I've ever seen at our football club. Let's be fair, we talk about Peter Taylor and Ian Holloway and that, who, wasn't great. But then Ruud van Nistelrooy, he's sort of matched records. We've broken the worst records ever this season. And, that's with Ruud van Nistelrooy in charge, by the way. Stats speak for itself. We went at home, I think, before the Southampton when it were 9 games in defeat, which was a top flight history record in the top flight of English football without scoring on top. So, we beat Tottenham away.
Great result.
Which was our last Premier League win, or in fact, even a win. I think it was January the 26th we beat Spurs. We didn't win till like Southampton at home just recently. And then at home, we didn't score a goal since like December the 8th, 2024. and we didn't win a home game since his first game against West Ham in the 3-1 win. Ruud van Nistelrooy's football, it just doesn't work. And you've got bone idle players and stuff like that. Obviously I get the board didn't back him. I get that, and they haven't backed him. They lied straight through their teeth for him to take the job, and he's been awful. He should be sacked well before now, Dore. Let's be honest. Let's not mess around.
Do you want him for the championship then?
You what?
Do you want him for the championship?
No, I'm all right, mate. I've seen enough of Ruud van Nistelrooy this season. I just don't think he'd be good enough even in the championship. The guy should be gone altogether. We beat a poor Southampton side, a terrible Southampton side, and people sit there and say, yeah, but maybe he'll do well with us in the championship. Mate, you've only beat Southampton this season. You get what I mean? I think everyone's been beating Southampton this season. No disrespect to him, and I think my mate Football Martin would say the same. But
shout out to Martin.
Ruud van Nistelrooy, it was a real gamble appointment. Like I said to you, it's a gamble, but they're hoping it pays off. And we can't keep papering over the cracks of how a lot of mismanagement's been happening at the club, a lot of poor decisions, a lot of players that just aren't interested and stuff like that. And Ruud just doesn't help himself either. If you're not getting backed in January, you've still got to be able to get the best out of your squad. But this squad, you can't get the best out of it at all. I don't even think Nuno would get the best out of this team, neither Guardiola. Do you get what I mean? Was it for that poor? And it's just the way things have gone this season under Van Nistelrooy. He says he's going to bring through the young players like Monga, Jake Evans and that when he first came in, and he never did. He's left it till now when we're relegated and that to bring these boys through. He just says a lot in his press conferences, but nothing ever gets taken in action.
I said to you yesterday, Jack, because at the start of the season, it was well documented that Leicester was in FFP or PSR, and then you had to sell Gypsy Hall to Chelsea, and then when it all come out, you was all right, weren't you? You said you didn't have to sell him. So,
well, this is it.
Do you think if you kept Gypsy Hall, do you think you could have stayed up?
Do you know what? I think if we'd had Enzo, I think we'd have had a better chance.
Right. Let me ask you a question, right? And I don't know if you're involved with this, Leicester or any Leicester fans. Leicester fans as well, please comment on this. At the end of the championship season, I'm sure you lot were saying Maresca was a bit iffy. Come on, I need more meat on this because
there were no plan B. There wasn't. Enzo was plan A. You know what I mean? With every manager, it seems to be plan A but better. Do you get what I mean? And obviously, the squad that he had, he should be getting promoted with, hands down. Best squad in the league. You've got some really strong players in there. Your Ndidi's, your Vardy's, Mavropanos, your Harry Winks, Dewsbury Hall, and players like that. That squad should be going back up on paper, and it did. But we made it hard work. We were 17 points clear in the championship at the first half of the season, to then just manage to just get it over the line by the skin of our teeth. And it just felt at the Plymouth game and the Millwall defeats, what we had back to back. It was just like, has Enzo got it? Has he got this type of thing to get us through it? And it just felt like there were no plan B. His style of football, probably some fans didn't really enjoy, to be honest. But if it's winning your games, you don't care what kind of football it is, do you, to be honest? But this were an issue with Enzo, and he said to the fans, when my football's not working and that, I'll leave in it. And he stated that in his press conferences. He called out the board, and for the right reasons, because things were never getting done and that. He wanted a new director of football and this, that and the other, and he just weren't getting what he wanted. So, and then he ended up leaving for Chelsea in the end. And it was a massive blow in preparation for the Premier League season.
People, if you just come in, make sure you do hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Make sure everyone subscribe to Jack. I know he's streaming on his channel as well. So if you can, for my channel and his channel, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and get your score predictions as well. I've done a poll as well. So if you can, subscribe to that. And who do you think is going to win? Forest, Leicester, draw, or you don't know? Get your scores in now. Make sure everyone puts Forest win. If you don't, I'll block you all. But I'm joking. I'm not going to block you. Are you nervous about Sunday, Jack?
Do you know what? I think the weight's been lifted on our shoulders, to be honest. I think it's been very much lifted off. This is a penultimate game for you lot. This is probably your biggest game of the season, if I'm honest with you to date. You know, the way your form's been going into this game, the way the wheels have kind of fell off slightly. I'm not saying all the way. But this is a big game for you lot. It is. Leicester, it's a game where we just have to go and perform and give our best and show fight, and sort of a game where if we can get something out of it, it sort of gives us that momentum going into the Championship next season. So I think for us, it's about building, you know, and you would have said before looking at it, yeah, Leicester probably won't get anything out of this game, but then Leicester have got nothing to play for now, have we? To be fair, we've been relegated. You know, the shackles are off. The players can just go and play freely now, and this is it. You know, we're playing a Forest side. We're very much competing for the Champions League in Europe and that. And yeah, like I say, it's a big game for you, for us. You know, it's a game where we just go and have to perform.
You know, when you was in the Champions League, did you go to the games?
Yeah.
What games did you go to? Did you go to the away games?
Yeah, I went to Atletico Madrid, Copenhagen, Porto, Sevilla away.
What's it like, Jack? What's it like?
It's good. Do you know what? It's when you're a young boy, you know, and you always dream of being there to witness these things.
Did you do content? Did you do content?
No, not back then.
Oh,
and you always dream to play in the competition, to hear that music at your own stadium.
Yeah.
And it's the greatest ever experience you will ever witness to date, you know. And I loved every second of it. I know we lost to Atletico Madrid.
You did.
But, you know, what an experience, what an adventure, you know, for a squad that achieved so much, winning the title and that, to then go and get far in the competition. I think we got to like the quarterfinals and that in the end, and yeah, we competed well in that competition. And if we didn't get
quarterfinals, it was quarterfinals, wasn't it?
We could have beat them. Yeah,
quarterfinals. Who did you play? Who did you lose to?
Atletico Madrid.
Oh, go to that stadium. It's amazing. They won it. I want to go. I want to go there.
It's crazy. This is what you dream of, though. It's like you lot, when you lot go to Europe, you'll get to experience these type of things.
I can't wait.
It's about the memories you make and the people you meet, and that's what football's about. It's about bringing everyone together and just enjoying yourselves. And whether it's Europa League for you lot, Conference League, whatever.
It won't matter. I don't. You know what, Jack? Yeah. You know what it is like? We've got 3 games to go, right? And if we get Champions League football, amazing. Yeah. Absolutely amazing. And then you go and see the top teams as well. But then if you get Europa football, we've got more chance of winning it and that. But Champions League, you go to the stadiums, yeah, we're not going to win all the games. We're going to get smashed sometimes, but it's about memories, going to stadiums and making an effort going to all his teams. So I think Alan went to Leicester Horrible Club. Bloody hell. I think I saw Fulham beat them, didn't I? Sure did. Alan, did it beat you? I sure they beat them.
We got robbed there. We did in the first leg. They gave a penalty. What wasn't even a penalty.
What was the score?
Well outside the box. I think it was like 1-0 to them. Due to that dubious penalty. You know what? The officials and that over in the UEFA Champions League, they just like to rob you, innit? And we went to Roma away about 3 years ago. And yeah, the referee just robbed us of every decision they could, you know. And obviously Roma's a big ground, in it, the Stadio Olimpico and that, and the crowd like to get behind you and get on the referee's back. Do you get what I mean? They like decisions to go in their favour. But when you play teams like that, you've also got to win your home game in it before to give yourself a lot more chance of doing it. Because in the second leg, if you go into their place, it's ever so difficult. It's hostile. It's probably not the nicest place to go.
I want to go there. You know what, Jack? I keep seeing. You know when they played Real Madrid on TV. The atmosphere was amazing. And I said to myself, I want to be there and watch Forest play.
We played Sevilla. We needed that away goal at their ground, and we got it. We went to the King Power, and obviously Mark Albrighton scored, and Wes Morgan scored. And, and we ended up winning that game. And obviously Nasri got sent off for Jamie Vardy falling in with an headbutt and whatever. But, that was an experience, when you play home games in the Champions League, the crowd's right up for it, the atmosphere, you can just feel that real buzz. And the thing is, well, Forest, they've done well this season, haven't they? Some would say you've overachieved because of where you thought you would be, but you've done it on hard work and merit and that due to Nuno doing what he's done and that, and you deserve it. But yeah, I think whatever competition you end up in, then it's one that you've just got to go and experience and enjoy and make the memories, and which are going to last a lifetime.
100%. That's why I'm looking forward to it. I don't care what European, if it's Champions League, Europa, I don't care. People in the comments, Forest fans, what do you think? Champions League or Europa? Who cares? I don't generally care. If it's Champions League football, amazing. If it's Europa, good. If it's conference, I'll be a little bit disappointed, but it's still a cup, and it's more chance of winning them because people are trying to downplay the Europa Conference one. And
Mickey Mouse Cup, don't they? And then when it was Jose
You're
Mourinho.
traveling, and what you're watching your team play away. Because when I watch Forest in the friendlies against Olympiacos, Valencia, the two German clubs, it's amazing, absolutely amazing. Let's talk about Sunday, Jack. People in the comments as well, get involved. Is there any comments that you want to ask Jack? Please do. How are you feeling about it? Are you nervous? Do you feel Forest going to hammer you?
Do you know what? I think I'm done being angry with this team. This is the problem. You sat and said to me at the start, all these tears I've shed this season, I think it's just been anger.
And I FaceTime and I phoned him every single time when Leicester lost.
It's just all been anger. I think that's what it is, and we're relegated now. Obviously, I'm still angry, because the way your team turns up at games and they just don't show that fight, and you travel all these games away from home, and people say to you, Dore, why do you do it? Why do you keep going to these games even though you're down? And, when you support a club, you love it thick and thin, don't you? It's like having a woman in it. You love her through everything. You work things out, no matter how much stress comes with it and everything like that, and baggage and whatever. You love it, and you never want to let it go. Do you get what I mean? And this is where I'm at with Leicester, and I'll always follow my team. And someone said to me the other day, who was supporting another club, the term man has said, if they'd relegated you to League Two, you've won the English set, you've won the Community Shield, the League Cup, the FA Cup, and the Premier League. So we've won it all. We've won the whole English set. And if someone said to you, if you relegated to the League Two, I don't think you'd be bothered, would you, Jack? I said, you never want to be in that position, but we've won League One, won the Championship, we've won the Premier.
Yeah, you don't want to be in League One.
To do it. But you don't want to be there. It's dark days. We've been there before.
It's horrible. Horrible. I remember Colchester, Oldham away, Yeovil away. Don't use your clothes, man. We lost to, and it's horrible. Under Gary Megson as well. Oh, damn. Why have I mentioned his name? But sorry, people. I know I offended you.
Yeah, you're talking like a defeatist. Do you know what?
Did you have Gary Megson as a manager?
Yeah, I think his first game with you lot.
Was it?
Do you remember the cup game?
Oh, well, was it Megson?
Yeah, Gary Megson. We beat you. Did we beat you that? Yeah, we did. We beat you that game, didn't we? And did Paul Smith score it with the game?
3-2. Yeah, it was 3-2. Yeah, when you cheated.
Piss off.
That's a cheated, as always.
We let you lot score. Come on. We gave you the opening goal because you lot were leading the game before. We've got to make it fair here. But
Leicester cheated, people. Remember that game when Paul Smith let him score through? But yeah, Leicester cheated that game. People, please hit the like button if you can. Subscribe if you know. Make sure everyone, if you're watching Jack's channel as well, please hit the subscribe as well and like as well. This is Lay. People, if you want to be a member, Be like Lee, be a member. It helps my channel a lot. And if you want to be a member, can people be members on your channel?
No, I've not set memberships up, mate.
You absolutely can't people donate to your channel?
And people can donate, if they want
people,
to.
If you want to donate to my channel,
I don't ask for it, but
because
people,
Jack needs it. Jack will need it for his championship tour. Why is it the championship tour? We're the Champions League tour, so if you can, people helps both our channels a lot.
Champions League tour to the weekend. Hey, do you know what? Right, it's one of them games for me. The weekend, I'm calm and collected ahead of this one, and people say, do you know what? I bet you're fed up. Hey, do you know what? This is the East Midlands derby. Probably it's the last East Midlands derby with you lot until we play them lot next season. You know who they are.
Them.
Yeah, them not down the road again.
Can you do me a massive favour for me, Lisa? If you're watching this, Jack will say hello to me. So yeah.
But no, I'm all right ahead of this game. You know, it's a game Leicester need to get their teeth into. There's a lot to sort of galvanise regarding team performance, fight, a lot of pride going into this game as well. I mean, you've not been the greatest, have you? Let's be honest. Going into this, you're not the team what you was.
We've got a good record against you lot, especially at City Ground.
I'm not saying record-wise, but the way you started at the first half of the season, to now, it's a bit more. You lot are a bit more cautious in that going into this, and I think if you lot had played the Zap football going from the first half of the season, you'd have been like, yeah, we'll annihilate Leicester. You know what I mean. But you lot are kind of like scratching your head, thinking, yeah, this could be a real banana skin game for us. And when they always said to you, Dore, about you lot doing a Leicester, you know, they always said it, the media and that, the big duel.
It's nothing different.
16 Leicester. The only thing you lot are doing regarding doing a Leicester is the Champions League thing, where we were so far ahead at one point regarding Champions League football, and then we ended up missing out. Maybe this could be how things end for you lot. But no, I think it'll be a tough game. It always is going to City Ground. You lot will get behind your team. You'll make it as loud as possible, like you know, after you've sang bloody Mauler King Tyre and whatever it is.
You love that song. Jack was singing a song behind the scenes. So
I'll be sticking my V's up like I did at the start. Yeah, tough game. We've just got to turn up and give it our best shot. Obviously, Jamie Vardy's looking for his 200th Leicester City goal, and I think he'll really be hungry this weekend to go and get that goal.
He's not doing it.
If he does go and score the winner, it's a great goodbye gift.
And you're not getting you know what? You're not getting my reaction from it.
Dore, I will blow you a kiss, mate, if Jamie Vardy scores the winner, mate. I will blow you that kiss and say thanks for the 3 points. It's goodbye for now, and we'll see you again.
Oh, people! Michael says that's what Forest fans call us down the road. Right? Let me make this clear. Right? I've got no. I didn't class like Derby on my main rivals, and I was saying to Jack on his channel yesterday. Imagine, like, Leicester are down and Coventry go up. Coventry will take the mick out of you on that, because Leicester, it's Coventry are your rivals more than us, aren't we? Though, because I can remember that when you beat us, was it 4-0, and you had the Wes Morgan tifo, didn't you?
I think, do you know what, Dore? It depends what area you were born in and what Leicester you're actually from. So if
Mollo hates you lot.
If you're from like the side of Leicester of where Forest and Derby or like Loughborough and whatever, that's where you're looking at. But if you're the Coventry side of Leicester, they're more of where you look at. But yeah, Coventry are they're in the playoffs tonight, aren't they?
Yeah, come on, Coventry, come on!
I hope Sunderland batter them. I really do.
You know what? I want Sunderland and Coventry to go up. That's what I want. Coventry or let Sunderland to go up. Sunderland's got a good fan base. Coventry, when we play them, it's just down the road from us. So I'm begging Coventry to win. Short journey and all that. Right, people, before I get Jack's predictions, please, like I said, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. And as well, people, get your score predictions in now. Get them in now, man, because this game is going to be tough for Forest are trying to get Champions League football. Leicester, they want the bragging rights, as always. They want Vardy to get the 200th goal. I'm begging a back four who has been outstanding all season, get the last laugh.
That'd be a fairy tale ending, wouldn't it, if Vardy scores at a City ground?
If he does.
If that's how he leaves Leicester City, mate, we're definitely getting that statue built right outside. We're getting it built outside the City ground, mate. Don't worry about the King Power, mate. It's getting built.
And now you're taking the mate. Now you're taking the mate.
Every time you go in, mate, you're going to be a man who finished a fairy tale.
You've been on this.
Please. But now I've got banter with Coventry fans. I've got friends who are Coventry fans, and we have banter all season. We did last year, but yeah, like I said, this one is very much. It wouldn't surprise me if Jamie Vardy scored his last City ground goal against you lot were 2014.
It's not happening. It's not happening.
I really hope he does it.
You know what he's going to do? He's going to dive. He's going to do a dive or do something like that just to get a penno, something like that.
Could you imagine if Milinkovic and Vardy are one-on-one? Yeah, right.
Listen to me, Milinkovic is like this. You're not getting past me.
It doesn't matter. Jamie Vardy somehow gets ahead of him, right? And Jamie Vardy gets into the box. Milinkovic brings him down, yeah? And then Jamie Vardy slots the penalty.
See, Alan, you're right. We're friends now, Alan. Now we're mates, Alan. Now we're mates. Yeah. Right. People, like I can see everyone's score predictions coming in. Simon says 4-2. 2-0 Forest.
2-2.
Leicester 2-1. The Raz does 2-0 Forest. Make sure everyone subscribe to Rads as well. Chelsea, Leicester says 3-0. Leicester 2-1. A Vardy brace. Come on.
I'll take it.
Come on, Vardy. 4-0 to Forest, my final decision. 4-1 to Forest. I said that as well. Dave says 5-0 to Forest. Peter Walsh says 4-0 to Forest. And Rossi says 2-0 to Leicester. Why does everyone keep saying Vardy last minute, man? It's not happening. It is not happening. Not happening. Right. What's score prediction, Jack? I can't remember what you said.
I tell you what. I think both teams score. I'll tell you what. We've got nothing to play for. So this game pressures on you lot going into this game. So whether you can handle the pressure is another thing. So yeah, we would be happy enough to get something out of this game, even if it's a draw, mate. We'd snap your hands off now. But if you lot score the first goal, it could be very much a long afternoon on Sunday. I'd rather probably go and have my roast dinner than that happening again. I've seen that many times this season. But now, do you know what? If we can hold you lot out and do well, I mean, there's a lot of discussion about if you lot have the ball, then it kind of worries you a bit because it's about you lot creating with the ball in it. Do you know what I mean? And if we can close them spaces off, and if Jamie Vardy can get them chances that he needs in the game, I think he'll get one. So I tell you what, I'm going to go. I might have seemed deluded going by this.
You are deluded anyway. I'm
going to back my team, mate. I'm going to go 2-1 to Leicester in the East Midlands derby.
Wow. I'm sticking to what I said yesterday. 4-1 Forest. 4 Forest. I don't care. Like I know that
half time, mate. I'm going home.
Listen to me. I don't care who else scores, but just not Vardy. I don't care. You could be Daka. Does Daka still play for you lot?
Yeah, he still scores.
Oh, Daka then. So yeah. I said Daka or who's that Belgium centre back?
Wow, first.
Well, first.
Daka and Fass are going in the summer, so yeah.
I'm saying 4-1. 1 Forest. So everyone, if you are rewatching this, if it's on my channel or Jock's channel, what?
Ain't that done, mate? Ain't had no painkillers yet. Might need a bit of weekend.
Right, like I said, it's been a pleasure, Jack, for coming to channel. But before we do, I want to congratulate you because I know all Leicester fans will know who follow you. You've lost so much weight, and just tell everyone what you've been doing to lose so much weight.
Do you know what? People say it's down to the stress of watching Leicester City, and that's not the case. You know, I think I'd be grey rather than skinny. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, do you know what? I always thought at the start of the season, around about October time, I needed to make a change to myself for the better of myself, healthy lifestyle, cutting my calories drastically, doing a lot of exercise and whatever, you know. And I've lost 6 stone in just over 6 months now. So, yeah, it's going stride for stride. I've still got a lot of weight to lose, a lot of progress still to be made, and yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And yeah, I'm just really enjoying what I'm doing at the minute. And like I said, I'm focused on my weight loss journey and not Leicester City at the minute. So yeah, we'll worry about Leicester on Sunday.
Yeah, full credit to you. I'd like to everyone show some.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, just Kel says, "Well done, Jack. Good achievement." I say it's a great achievement, man. What you've did, man, because it
takes a lot of mental sort of focus and that on it as well, and you just got to have that determination.
I guess who's piped up? Top man, Jack. Oh, here we go. What do you want?
Big up.
What do you want? I might block this guy because crying over bloody. Oh, see, Cooper's better than Ruud van Nistelrooy is better than Cooper. But no, but I hope what's his name, Locks. I hope she's crying after the game. But make sure everyone subscribe to Blue Tinting Glasses Locks.
You can't block me from Jack's channel, the ball.
Jack, can you block him for me, please?
No, I'm all right. He's a friend of mine, so I can't do that. Sorry.
Just block him. Just but yeah, shout out to Locks and well done, Jack. That's like everyone. It's good, Jack. That what you're doing, man.
I appreciate it.
Everyone.
I'll be catching up with Dore at the weekend.
Yeah, we'll meet up before the game. No watch-alongs and all that.
We might have a drink together. Who knows? Like,
I don't drink. I bring. Is it tears? Water tears and all that.
I might just have a water with Forest's name on and start drinking it. But all banter aside, man, it's going to be a good game at the weekend. Like I say, the penultimate game of the season for you lot, and yeah, will Leicester City spoil the Champions League party is another thing, you know. It's got a big question mark on it, mate.
It's what it is. But it's been a pleasure, Jack. Thank you for taking your time to come on my channel.
Yeah, no worries. It's good to have a chat and get everybody's thoughts ahead of it as well. Go and hit the like button for both channels. We are streaming it both. Go and hit the like button for both of us. Subscribe to both our channels. We are good channels. We do follow our clubs through the thick and the thin. So
exactly, but it's bad times. I've been there, Jack. We've been there, Jack.
But yeah, we're friends. We are. I know we have banter and that, but that's all football. And
that's what football's about, isn't it? You have a laugh, you have a joke. I'm not that.
Big up everyone in the chat as well for tuning in and that. We might talk a bit of dabbling, whatever, but we just hope we haven't bored you. That's
exactly. Listen to me. It's going to be fun. Like I said, I want Forest to win. Jack wants Leicester to win.
Yeah, of course.
For bragging rights. And like I said, people, make sure we do content all the time. So win, lose, or draw, the content comes out anyway. So
if Jamie Vardy scores that winner, I might have to go and re-edit a video of Dore, mate.
No, there's not. I'm not. Listen to me. I can.
I might have to even put Champions League music on. What do you reckon?
Right, people, I'm getting going. It's time to go. Thank you for everyone to take part as well. Jack, any more, are you doing any content before the game, or
I'll be doing a match day vlog. So if any Leicester fans or Forest fans see me, just come and say hello. Come and have a chat with me about football and that. And
you know that time before that time we came to Islam, we'll meet at the same place.
Yeah, I'll meet you outside the Forest shop?
We'll meet at the Forest shop. Just don't wear colours. Just don't wear colours.
Mate, do you know what? I don't think I will. I think my Leicester shirts are too big for me, mate. I haven't brought in a reasonable size. I think this shirt that I've got on's an over shirt. So, yeah, I'm going to have to tuck it in on go over the top.
Fair play. Right, so everyone, thank you for everyone taking the part. Like I said, I've been here with my content. Vlog, after game reaction. The review show will be Monday as well. That'll be 8 o'clock. And like I said, people, hopefully, this guy doesn't rattle me like he did 2 years ago, because that really rattled me big time, Jack. It really did.
You still think about it to this day?
I do though, because what it is, shout out to Tebs. He lives in Loughborough and he hates Leicester. And when he saw the video, what you did, he tagged me. I looked at it, I went, you jammy.
One thing I want to say. I want to say big up to Molo if you're watching. Big love.
You know what? He was about to come on. I messaged him. I went, Molo.
My friend.
I went, Molo, are you free? I went, are you free, Molo? He went, yes. And then he said, oh no, he's got something to do. I went, oh, gutted.
You know what? I kind of missed him. Honestly, I'll see him at the weekend. I'm sure.
You'll see him at the weekend. You'll see him at the weekend. Right, people. It's been a pleasure. Make sure you do subscribe and make sure you we're both this video is streaming on my channel and Jack's channel. Hit the like button if you can. Subscribe if you're new. Watch out for all the tears that Jack's going to have after the game. I'll be the first on him.
Right back at you, mate. Pressure's on. If you can't handle the pressure, get out the kitchen.
Right, people. It's been a pleasure. Peace and love. Up the bloody forest.